Hey there, Wargamers, Justin the Iron Painter, and today we're going to talk about the Masakari. Alright, so I'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you're looking to help support what I do, check out Monument Hobbies and Fortress Miniatures, and Death Designs got a link down below. That little shameless plug out of the way, we're going to zoom in here, and I wanted to give you guys kind of a side-by-side comparison to the Masakari / Warhawk. Now, let's move the plastic one out of the way for a moment. I picked this one up because I played a game with Robert Ash from Fortress. He came out to Death Designs and played in a big like 4v4 game that we hosted, and he brought, I think, 3 of these, and I never saw one. The point level on them was pretty fair, I felt, and it was good enough that like I was like, hey, maybe I want to get a couple of these. So I picked up one. There's a couple variants. I only got one. There's different variants with the weapon arms here. I got this one because these barrels looked big and less likely to bend and were pretty cool. From the Discord community for Death Designs, and I've found out recently as well, this particular guy, Gold Bishop, David Alsager, or Alsager, I always mess his name up. He's part of like Wolfnet community. He's painted up a few of these, and I found out the one that, one of the ones that Robert Ash used on our team was the one that he painted for him. So this is the variant I saw, and it's the one that I liked. I picked it up, and I'll tell you, I don't mind working with metal, but this is a pain in the absolute ass. And Alsager had recommended using a spacer next time if I was to build one, because I was complaining about the hips. The hips where the arms line up. You can see this one's kind of cocked out a little bit. It's very difficult to get any type of a dynamic pose, hell, even really a normal assembly on it without the arms being in the way of the hips. It's kind of a pain in the ass, if I'm honest. But I got them together, and I was really excited to start working on them. And then Wave 2 shipped out, and I got the plastic one, which is right here. You'll notice, like looking down at the top, the plastic one is got a similar size profile and silhouette, but the legs look a little different. I like the plastic one better in pretty much every way. The rockets on this one, or LRMs, SRMs, whatever it is, assuming that's probably an SR or LRM 10 maybe. That one's mounted here instead of on the shoulder area. I'm assuming that, in the record sheet it tells you where it's supposed to be. Similar number of barrels. Let me grab a model here, just for comparison's sake. I've got the Natasha Karinsky legendary Direwolf, which I've painted up in Beta Galaxy colors, and they're using essentially very similar arms. Slide that over here. Compared to the normal Direwolf, these guys got very, very similar arms. This is cocked a little bit more, but yeah. So I don't know. I kind of felt like showing, because these two are very similar, and a friend of mine kept mixing up the Direwolf and the Masakari here, or Warhawk. But yeah, I wanted to show you that because they're very similar. The legendary versus the standard Warhawk here. But yeah, the legs and the arm joints, it still kind of looks like a problem. You can see that those basically touch or close to it, and here there's a little gap, but it's still a problem. I think it's just the design of the Warhawk to stay true to the artwork. These arms just kind of look like they would hit the hips. But otherwise, other than that, I like the overall girth and size of the stuff. I mean, look at those arms, side-by-side comparison there. It's pretty night and day. The silhouette of the actual torso, this one's considerably bigger, and for how big this mech is on the tabletop, tonnage-wise, like, I really feel like this one does it justice. I still think this one's got a nostalgia vibe to it. There's certain things about some old mechs, metal mechs, that I do like. But I really favor this plastic one. I think it's really cool. I like even looking at the front of the torso here where the cockpit is, it's just wider. It feels like everything's set in properly, and the overall silhouette just looks better to me. I did notice that it's got these like little plates going down the back here. You can kind of catch them with your fingernails, so you can catch a wash or dry brush. They don't have as many plates here, but they did stay kind of true. So you got a couple of little armor plates there as well. I don't know if the Direwolf's got that. Yeah, the direwolf does too. So their legs, actually the legs may be identical. Yeah, if they aren't identical, they are very, very similar. Yeah, I can see why people confuse the Masakari and the direwolf here, because like if you just replace the torso, I think they're basically the same mech. Which, considering the Mad Cat and the Mad Dog here, or Timberwolf and Mad Dog, basically have the same legs as well. That kind of makes sense. And then you've got the Loki, or the Hellbringer, and the Summoner that have the same legs as well. So that kind of makes a little bit of sense. But all in all, I like the plastic one a lot better. I'm not sure if I'll get to painting this one. I may bestow it upon a friend of mine who doesn't have as many plastic mechs as I do, because I don't know if I'm going to paint up a second Warhawk. But I really do like the plastic, so I'm not sure where you guys land on that. I mean, I'm sure there's some purists out there who just, really like the old school ones, but I think I'm one of the people who can appreciate some of the old sculpts, but also really likes the new stuff and likes variety. So if I keep this, it's because I want variety, and I do that frequently. And on my desk right now, I happen to have the new Mad Dog and the old Mad Dog as well. So I am known to paint, and the same thing for these two guys here, old and new. So I am known to do that just for variety's sake on the tabletop, but it just depends. But with these bigger mechs, it's kind of like having Atlas or Atli. Sometimes with the bigger stuff, like, it's harder to fit those in. Hell, it's hard enough for me to fit in an Alpha Strike games multiple Mad Cats because they're so expensive, so. But I feel like the lighter the tonnage gets and the cheaper the points, the more likely I could field duplicates. And these guys are big, beefy mechs, and they're less likely to get duplicates. So I'm not sure. Might paint them, might not. But what do you guys think? Does this hold a special place in your heart? Did you jump in with the new plastics hit, or are you somewhere in between where you started with this and you like this and you like both? What do you guys think? Chime off in the or sound off in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoy these little rambles and checking out just random mechs or battle reports or anything Battletech that I happen to put up, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And again, be sure to drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on some of the new plastics. What are some of your favorites? What are your thoughts on the Warhawk / Masakari? What's your experience been like? And as always, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope to catch you guys next time. As always, keep painting those models, keep rolling those dice, and I will catch you in the next video.